Hello. Still got my fall risk bracelet on, and everything. I had surgery this morning to place a gastric stimulator for my gastroparesis. I will actually link information about what that is below, so that way you have access to reading on it and how it works. But basically, it helps manage the symptoms of gastroparesis, so that way you can, it usually helps with being able to eat better. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit today about my process of getting this, what that's entailed for me, how it's helped for me, and like a little bit about it. So through my office, we actually do the trial, which it's only one of, like, I think 3 places in the U.S. that does that. Which I go to see Dr. Abigail Stalker, who's amazing. And so with the trial, which I will post a picture of me with the thing and with what it looks like when it's on, but you have 2 wires placed through your nose and down into your stomach, and there's one on the upper, one on the lower, and then they come out and they connect to a device that's about that tall, for water bottle reference. And I've had a nasal tube before, so if you've had a nasal tube and don't tolerate them, it's much better than that because they're much smaller and much less obstructive, and you have a lot more give to them when they shift in and out, and you're also not bridled. And I hated being bridled. So the purpose of having 2 wires during the trial is to figure out whether the upper or the lower stomach works better. For most people, the lower stomach works better. For me, the lower stomach worked better. When they do the trial, they turn it on to max, and so it's way more effective than when you initially get it placed. And for me, I was actually able to resume eating normally throughout that trials period. And so, we knew it was going to work and it was going to be very effective for me. And so we went ahead and got the surgery done. So this morning, I had surgery. Before surgery, you do some labs, EKG, stuff like that. They go over your history to prep you for it, but I think they do that with most surgeries in most places. And then the day before surgery, you're not allowed to have anything except for clear liquids. And then midnight till your surgery on that day, you're not allowed to have anything at all. So I arrived at 5:30. I got registered at, I want to say it was like 6, and then they take you back to the pre-op area, and then the pre-op involves putting on a gown, and you do have to be completely naked under the gown, so it's not like one of the ones where you can leave your pants on or whatever, because obviously they're working on your stomach. And it's laparoscopic, so I have a 3-inch long pocket for the actual device, and I had 2 smaller incisions for like the camera and the tools and stuff. And so basically what they do is they place a wire into your stomach, and then they have a pocket where the actual device sits, and it has a battery, and it's already pre-programmed and ready to go when you wake up. But they start you on the lowest setting from surgery, so I'll see how that works out. And in 1 month, I have an appointment with to follow up, and then at that follow-up, we'll determine whether we go up and down. So I'll be tracking my symptoms, and I'll try to remember to update at the 1 month to see how, update you on how it went, how it's been going. But The surgery itself wasn't bad. The pain levels of this, so I've had a C-section, I've had a GJ tube placed, I've had gallbladder surgery, and I think the worst pain was probably, honestly, like the gallbladder hurt the most initially. This one seems to be hurting longer than the gallbladder, and it's pretty comparable in pain. So it's one of my more painful surgeries I've had. The C-section was a piece of cake for me. So my office did provide me with adequate amounts of pain medication, so I'll be all right. And so I'm excited to start trying new foods again and get back to eating, because I was like exclusively tube fed for a long time, and it will be nice to go back to eating regular meals and having fruits and vegetables and spinach and lettuce and the whole nine, you know. And yeah, so that was a little bit of the procedure with the I think the surgery took about an hour for me to be under, and then I think it took me maybe 30 minutes to get up afterwards, and then I was home maybe, like, they sent me home within an hour after surgery. Like, it's definitely outpatient. It's but yeah, so I expect recovery to not be too bad, and I hope to make maybe some videos about my recovery, but that's just the gist of the surgery. And I know I'm rambling. I have had a lot of pain medication. And yeah, my biggest tip is when you take your pain medication, eat a couple crackers with it to help keep you from throwing it back up. Tip of the day. But so that has been my process of getting the gastric stimulator placed. And as far as I know, it's one of the best treatments for gastroparesis. And so I really hope it works for me for a long time. And I hope I don't need to turn it up too high, because the lowest setting, you only have to get the battery changed every 5 years. So you only have to have surgery every 5 years. And I think at the highest setting, it's every 2 or 3 years. And that's just, that's a significant difference in surgeries over the course of an entire lifespan. And I still have my tube. And actually, I will show you like what the site looks like right now. This is what my belly looks like. They got me pumped full of air that I'm still working on passing, because that's how laparoscopic surgery works. So you can see the 3 different spots. This is actually where they placed the stimulator. I still have my feeding tube, and I'll have my feeding tube for a few months before we decide to take it out, just during the adjustment period. You really want to wait until you get this healed, settled, and find the right setting before you take out your tube, because you don't want to have an emergency where you can't eat and you have no access to nutrition, because it would be very hard on you to take it out and then have to have another surgery. And these 2 smaller spots are the laparoscopic sites for like the tools and stuff. And we have a pressure dressing, and in 3 days I get to take the pressure dressing off, and I have steri strips underneath, which this is very similar to my C-section recovery. I won't be able to shower until this pressure dressing comes off. Just another view of the side here, and a view of this side. And obviously I'm up and walking on my feet. It's been less than 12 hours since surgery. Actually, it is, I can't tell the time right now, but it's not that long post-surgery, like only a few hours. All right, so I'm approaching the end of day 2 of post-surgery, and my bandage fell off, but it wasn't supposed to come off till tomorrow, but it was like already like off most of the way, so I just peeled the last little bit and let it come off because it was starting to bother me. Its pain level is still pretty high today. The only thing I'm able to do is eat a little bit, take my medicine, and sleep. And of course I still have to get up and walk around. my shoulder pain is still there from like when they do the gas thing, but it's starting to go away, which is good because that sucks. And then I'll show you what the site looks like as of today. This is what the incisions look like. This is the pocket incision where the device is at. This is one of the tool incisions, the laparoscopic tool incisions, and here's the other. So it's all right there. You can actually see a little lump in my belly where it sits. I can't shower for another 2 days still, so I'm gonna be a little gross by the end of that. But yeah, so it's not looking too bad yet. Day 3, maybe. Yeah, day 3 on post surgery. So I had surgery done 2 days ago. Today's my second day home. And for my brunch today, I had some mashed avocado and pretzels. And I'm having this yummy pile of fruit and spinach. And then I also will be having a protein shake to get some protein into this meal. And things are going well. Nothing's hurting my belly yet. Of course, it can take a few hours before I know whether or not all this fruit and spinach and stuff is going to hurt my belly. But so far it's been very effective. So, also on day 3, I had lunch. Now I'm cuddling with my baby, who's right beside me. I mean, you're not going to see. I'm still in some pain from my surgery, but I can now officially cuddle my little babu again and pick her up. So that's good. Things are getting better. Week since surgery. I'm no longer in a whole lot of pain, so I am able to do a lot more getting up, moving around, take care of my baby. For breakfast today, I have oatmeal and a protein shake because I am trying to be somewhat healthy. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing today. I have class today, and I will also make dinner tonight, so see what I'll eat. Okay, so I just wanted to make my final statements. I am 1 week, 1 day post-op today, and I'm pretty much back to normal other than regular surgery restrictions. I feel like this week I've been able to eat pretty good. I still have some symptoms, but that's unfortunately part of just going through the adjustment period. So I will have to talk to my doctor about upping the settings on the device. But other than that, it's been really successful for me. And I'm really glad we get to do the trial so we know it would be really successful for me before we did this. But I really am so grateful that I was able to have something like this done, because I'm able to go back to a more normal life now despite having something like gastroparesis and having it so severely.